Hey y'all, welcome back to Heirloom Permaculture. It's John here. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That's a lawnmower. It's March 31st and things are growing. It's springtime. Those neighbors are starting to mow. We're going to wait a little bit and let all the pollinators get those first flowers of the spring. So we've got henbit, chickweed. There's all kinds of spring ephemerals coming out. So we're going to wait a little bit and hopefully stuff doesn't get too tall. We become those neighbors, you know. So we got a few random things to do today. Bring y'all with us. So we've got a lot of stuff growing to take to the shindig next week. So it's been in the house. It got down to about 29 or 30 degrees last night. So we brought it all in, since you know we don't heat the greenhouse. And we're gonna bring that back out today. Got a little tool we're gonna make, show y'all. And we got just some random things going on. So who knows what you might see today. So appreciate you coming back to join us. And let's see what we can get done today. Can you set them out on the ground or anything?
It's fine.
Alright, so we're going to plan on bringing about 10 flats of stuff to the shindig. We're going to bring comfrey and elderberry. So you can see we've got comfrey at a couple different stages there. And then the elderberries are back here. I'm bringing more comfrey than elderberry, but kind of what people are asking for. So if you don't know, Roots and Refuge VW Family Farm Shindig, Searcy, Arkansas, on Saturday, April 6th. That's right?
Yes.
So I believe it's White County Fairgrounds. So they've got Eventbrite event out there for it. So check it out if you're interested. It's free. You just do have to register. So, but we're going to have quite a bit of stuff with us. Looking forward to meeting people, both viewers and other channels. So hopefully see y'all there. So we gotta get back to work, more stuff to do. Alright, so I told you we were gonna make a little tool in today's video. This is for weeding around plants in tight areas. It's not something I came up with. Credit for this, at least from where I learned about it, goes to Casey Ostwinch at Honey Tree Farm. He's got a video on his channel about making this. So I encourage you, if you're not familiar with Honey Tree Farm, Casey and Tori. Go check out their channel and watch their videos. They're market gardeners in Conover, North Carolina. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this. It's a number 2, I think it says 4 7/16 ceiling hook, and we're going to turn it into this. And after that, I'll show you what we do with it and how useful it is in the garden. So a little bit of a wrangling going to go in, some pounding, some working the vise, and hopefully no smashed fingers. So let's see what we got going here. So this is going to get loud, so I may actually end up covering this up with some music or something, I don't know. But this isn't the best tool for this. The vise does work. Obviously I already made one, so we'll just do it on here and so I can show you what we're doing. So basically just trying to straighten out that little bend first. Go back down a little far. Without tearing up the threads. Straighten out that bend first. Create a little bit of a neck right here. And then we're going to bend it at a 90. Take out these other bends. So the first one I made, brought it down a little too far. We're going to take this one up a little bit farther and make a little shorter leg out here. But it'll stand off the end of, we'll show you here shortly. But that's what I'm trying to do here. Just take that little bit out again, but basically that's all we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind this, make kind of a triangular profile on it. Creates a mild cutting edge. You're not trying to sharpen it like a knife or anything, but I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to take, this is how Casey did his. He's got a stirrup hoe, shuffle hoe, whatever you want to call it, that you can use in paths between your beds or whatever weeding purpose. So fairly wide, right? Taking these and screwing them into the back end of the handle so it sticks out like that, and then you've got a device for a little tighter areas of weeding. So we're going to put one on the back of this stirrup hoe, but you know, with all of us around here, there's only one of these. One person's doing it and everybody else is watching or trying to find something else to do. So when we need to go out and weed around plants or do whatever, I'm gonna make 3 of them. We've got 2 extra handles. They don't have a stirrup hoe on the other end. They're just empty handles. But so it'll be a single-use tool, whereas this has both. But to have 3 of them going at the same time make the work a lot easier for everybody. So and we get done a lot quicker. So went ahead and made up 3 of these. I'm going to pre-drill the handle and then run these in, and after they're in, then I'll come back with the grinder and grind the 2 sides there to make the triangular profile, and they'll be ready to go. So drilling something like this, you know, It's not, you don't have to necessarily get it perfectly straight, but the straighter you can get it, the better. So kind of freehanding, and get your bit started. We're just going a couple sizes smaller on diameter than the shank of the sealing hook, so that it'll bite in there good and won't pull out. So I'll go ahead and drill all these up. As you can see, we've got handles of different lengths. So for me, this will be a lot more comfortable. For our gardeners with shorter legs, shorter arms, this will be a lot more comfortable. So having the right tool to fit your stature, you can make the work a lot easier, a lot less cumbersome. So that's why we intentionally are doing this. Alright, so I didn't have time to take a shower this morning, so I brought the soap out here, do a little garage shower. Hope y'all don't mind, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag these across here a little bit, load the threads up with a little bit of bar soap. This isn't exactly the best soap for this, but that'll help. So it just kind of lubricates the threads whenever you're running them into wood. So this is going to be tight. Like I said, didn't drill it the same diameter. Hopefully on this one it's a little thinner, won't split, but it did. Started to. Let's drill that one a little bit bigger. So the first time I drilled it, it was just a little too tight. So I come back in, opened it up just a little bit. This is 19/64, which actually probably wouldn't have drilled it all the way down if I'd known. I may put something down in there to stop it, because you see, you put pressure on the ground, it's probably going to turn. So probably just drilled it a lot deeper than I needed to. Alright, so we did pick up a new vlogging tool. It's a DJI Osmo Pocket. So we'll be using this some. It doesn't have the best microphone, but it has good video. And the gimbal, it's a gimbal camera. So showing a little bit here. Let's see here. Alright, so a little bit of recording with it. It's very smooth. So you might notice that in some of our videos coming up. I haven't really used it yet, just got it, but it's pretty neat. So it's been one of those things you just obviously have in your pocket, and anytime we're out, we're at the nursery or we're wherever we're at, you know, good opportunity if something we want to show you or share some information, we won't have to worry about the big camera. So pretty neat little deal. Just thought we'd share that and see if you can spot in our videos where we used it based on, you know, how bad she's bouncing the camera, or this one isn't bouncing or whatever. So, Hey, so in our videos you've probably noticed us walk by this mailbox, and you're probably wondering, why is it by the garden? It's one of these little items that we've done to make things easier. Thought I'd share it with you. So this is right here at the gate into the garden. We keep gloves and pruners and various things throughout the season, depending on what time of the season it is, what we might need. So it was just an old mailbox. So, you know, if she wants to leave me a love note or something, you know, she could. Doesn't happen. Maybe she'll watch this. So. You can see things are growing. There's lots of kale, Swiss chard, broccoli and cauliflower up on the berm of the swell. See, we got comfrey. Got comfrey everywhere throughout the garden. That's a fig. They don't overwinter here, but it'll grow back from the root. See all the food in there with the cover crop. And we'll use that new little tool we just made. Show you how we'll clean around the food parts. So. Potatoes and onions are in this area. Up here, there's more kale and Swiss chard. There's comfrey near every fruit tree. Peas up along the fence. Hardy kiwis growing over there. The nectarine was in full bloom when the cold temps came through, so I'm not real optimistic, but we'll see. Aronia melanocarpa, black chokeberry, another fig, comfrey, small pawpaw trees. If you can see that. Might be better from around here. Honeyberries, raspberries, hazelnut, blackberries, Chickasaw plum up there. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that doesn't just stick out like a sore thumb. Over here is our protein department. You see, you can get right up close to stuff. And even if you don't fully pull it, weaken it enough, knock it down, it kind of accomplishes what we're after. Just knocking down the cover crop a little bit so that the other stuff gets all the sunshine
We're going to leave all this organic matter, the cover crop there, to break down. Let's see. Swiss chard, kale there. So there's the tool. If you turn it and look at the end of it, see it's kind of triangular. So it doesn't have like a sharp cutting edge, but it's enough to bite. Sure, you could take time and get a lot sharper, but yeah. So now she's just got to do the rest of this bed and that bed over there. Or I could put the camera down and help, so I guess it all depends on what time I want to eat dinner.
Made 3 of them, so you can help.
Alright, so there's one bed knocked down. See, we'll leave all that cover crop there as mulch. Anything starts trying to come back up, we'll just knock it down again. This will allow everything else to take off. So you can see before and after. So we don't water this garden at all. That's why we have the swales, why we keep it mulched. It started as a deep mulch, back to Eden style, wood chips. We've improved the organic matter a lot. You've seen it in a previous video. But so now we got a little bit of green mulch, green fertilizer, and then we can come in between these swales with portable fencing and run the chickens and let them break down, scratch up, eat, fertilize. So there's probably a lot of people out there that would look at that and just cringe, thinking of it as a garden bed. But I think it's great. It's definitely not set up for high production market garden type. And if that's what I was after, I wouldn't do it this way. I would do it the successful market garden way, because it's what's right for the scenario. But more of a food forest type approach back here. This is what we're going after. Alright, y'all, well, appreciate you hanging out with us again and watching what we're up to today. Like I said earlier, making the tool, Casey Ostwinch, Honey Tree Farm. I'll put a link in. This little DJI Osmo Pocket that I showed you, we'll put a link for that too, so that you can find that. It's been pretty handy. So don't forget, Saturday, April 6th, the Shindig. If anybody's going, leave a comment, let us know you're going to be there, so we can make sure and meet up and get to meet you in person. So we'll try to have something with our name showing somewhere. I'm sure there'll be some beard shirts or something.
Probably so.
So probably won't be too hard to find us. Just
look for the beard.
look for that. So it ain't going anywhere, so it'll be there with us. But as always, appreciate y'all watching and all the support. And you know, we've been all over the place in this little video, everything we need to get done. So appreciate y'all just watching the wackiness that is trying to get a day accomplished. So got a tool made, got stuff moved out. It's going to be going back in. Got a garden cleaned up a little bit, and I don't know what else. Showed you a mailbox. That's a handy little trick. So grab your stuff as you head in the garden and put it back there as you head back out into the house, and it's always right there where you need it. So again, thanks. Won't tell you like, subscribe, or share with your friends. Just to let you do that if you want to. And again, we always appreciate it. You gonna say nothing?
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.